We are not approaching online safety and online security in the right way, especially if we're trying to protect teens online. If we are violating their online and offline privacy and safety in the interim, then we're not doing a good job of protecting them online. So if you truly want to protect your kids online, you have to respect them as human beings and respect their privacy. Hey, I'm CyberFareedah. I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 internet safety expert. My entire channel is all about how to protect your kids online holistically, meaning giving your kids the freedom they want and the safety they need. It also means looking at things in a big picture and not just the tech and not just getting into the weeds of things, but what are we truly after? We're truly after protecting kids online. So that entails a lot of nuanced things. So many of the things I talk about on my channel, except things that are like very straightforward in terms of use good passwords, turn on two-factor authentication, check your privacy settings, look at your account settings. Many things will be quite nuanced. And this topic about online privacy, especially for teens, is an important topic, and I don't believe that we're talking about it in a nuanced way enough in society. So I wanted to have a little chat, you and I, to talk about why I believe we should be approaching online privacy differently and understanding what it really means to protect our kids in the digital age. We do not know yet what it really means or the impact of all of this lack of privacy and lack of safety teens are having online. And we're probably not going to know it for a couple of years, and there's not really much research, but we should know as human being to human being that we are dealing with a soul, a human soul, that we have the responsibility to love and to protect and to provide for. And so while we may be the caretakers, we may be the parents, we may be whatever it is our role in a child's life, we still have the responsibility of making sure that we're doing everything possible to be good role models to them and to respect them as a human being. So what do I mean by this in like actual practical terms? I mean that we don't want to talk about personal aspects of our kids online. They deserve that type of privacy. Know that we are monitoring them. If we're putting a parental control software or we're logging into their devices, they should know that. That shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a thought process where I did see someone say this of like, oh, big tech or the government is already watching everybody, so get used to it. Well, I mean, if just because someone's doing something that this is like ethical gray lines does not mean as a parent you should be doing the same thing, right? So what do we want to be teaching teens? What do we want to be teaching kids? The most important thing is that you have a strong, non-judgmental, open, honest relationship with your kids. Never this whole parental monitoring is the foundation of like, you should just get over it. It's more like, this is my phone. This phone is going to be monitored. This is what's going to happen. And if you get your own phone and get your own job, then that might change. But that shouldn't boil into, I'm reading your messages and I'm seeing all of the things that your friends are saying, and I'm now going to go and gossip with my friends about the things that I saw on your phone. That's a violation of not only your child's privacy, but another person's child's privacy and that child's privacy. So just because you've decided to do something in your family, whether it's to put parental monitoring or to not put parental monitoring, does not mean that we do not treat children and teens as they are as human beings. Another thing that I'm seeing that is completely destroying teens and safety privacy online is the lack of boundaries in the online space. Yes, we can share and we can share parts of our lives that we find really nice and great, but do think, what impact is this having not only on myself and my kids, but also the audience? Are they getting way too much information about my kids? Do they know things that my audience should not know about my kids? Am I giving the audience details of traumatic experiences that my family have gone through that involve the kids that the kids may not want the entire public to know? And there's one concept that I find very interesting as a society is that we've all agreed that childhood trauma is real. There's a few minority of people in the world that don't believe in childhood trauma for whatever reason. We're just going to leave that alone. But we have all figured out, we're like, yes, childhood trauma 1,000% exists. But when we look at a child and we're looking into the eyes of a child, or we have a child with us, or we are parents and we're raising children, we don't realize that these children right in front of us today have trauma. And they need healing, and they need a break, and they need rest, and they have feelings, and that their privacy and their feelings of whatever matter. Now, does that mean that whatever they say was veto? Okay, well, you don't like when I do that, so I'm not going to do that. No, but it does mean that we take it into account and we can have a conversation, and then you can say, well, this is my final decision. These things will change as you get older, or once you get older and have your own job, you can do whatever you want. But for now, this is my phone. This is how I'm running my house. That's totally fine. And I'm not even getting into that. What I'm saying is that we're not treating them as people who are worthy of rest. And a lot of the first thought when I talk about this, or anyone talks about this, is like, what do they have to rest from? How is their life so stressful? Right? But think about you as a kid. I'm not saying that they need an entire spa day and they need a vacation, and maybe they do. I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm not saying that's a requirement. What I am saying is that it is a requirement to treat them like a human being. You know, they feel like we can be on the same page with this one. And it is quite a nuanced conversation, because we would obviously have to get into the pictures that people are sharing online of their kids, the videos that they're sharing online, the family channels, whatever it is. I do not believe in of itself it is wrong. However, you do want to check in with yourself to see, what is my intention behind this? Am I making sure beyond everything that I can do to make sure that their mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health is being weighed into these decisions? Am I making sure that we're having open, non-judgmental conversations? And when I say non-judgmental conversations, I mean that your kids, they can talk to you openly and they do not believe that you're going to retaliate or they're going to get in punishment because of their feelings. That should be a normal thing in your household way before you even start thinking about everything else. A child is not our belonging, it is our responsibility. Whether you're a parent or not, there are children around you in your life or just in the world in general. And as a human being, we have a responsibility to make sure that they're taken care of emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And if you really want to protect your kids online, that should be the foundation of where you're approaching everything with, whether you're using monitoring or not, whether you believe in sharing your pictures of your kids online or not. But you want to be sure that you're approaching privacy and security and safety with the lens of being sure that you're taking care of them, taking care of this child, this soul, this human being with the respect and the privacy and the honor that they deserve. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please be sure to subscribe to it if you want more content on protecting your kids online. If this video was helpful for you or made you think, then click the like button on this video to let other parents and other families and other people know that they should watch this video, because that's exactly what happens when you click like on a video. And if you have any thoughts about this topic, or you would like me to delve into something deeper, then let me know in the comments below. Love to know your thoughts on this topic. It is quite nuanced. I want respectful comments. You can disagree with me 1,000%, but no name calling, none of that. I am so excited for you to join this YouTube family. And if you have any questions about security or safety in general, please let me know. Because we talked about parental monitoring in this video, I made an entire video of everything you should know before you install parental monitoring on your kids' devices. And even if you've already installed it, this is a helpful video for you to be sure that you're approaching parental monitoring in a way that is aligned with your values and your morals and safety and security and privacy for your kids. So you can watch that video right now.